All right, so today we're diving into Ong-Bak, the Thai warrior.
From 2003.
Yeah, but we're not going to, debate whether it's good or bad or whatever. We're going deeper.
Much deeper.
Exactly. We're going through what viewers like you actually thought about the movie.
Using their IMDb reviews.
Yeah, IMDb user reviews, which, as you know, can get pretty wild sometimes.
Oh, yeah. They definitely don't hold back.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So it's like we're, like cultural anthropologists.
Exactly. Digging through these, ancient texts.
Yes, basically.
To see what people
How
thought.
about Tony Jaa?
Yeah. Was he going to be the next big martial arts star?
The next Bruce Lee.
Right. And the movie itself, it's a pretty simple premise.
Stolen Buddhist statue.
Tony Jaa's character, Ting, has to get it back. Classic. Total classic. But looking through the reviews, it seems like it's not really the plot that people were blown away by.
It's Tony Jaa himself.
Yeah, his athleticism, his skill.
Just the sheer physicality of it all. Yeah, people were comparing him to, gravity-defying gods, saying he was, superhuman.
Yeah, moves that just seem impossible.
Yeah. And a lot of people even said that the movie was better than The Matrix because the stunts were real.
Oh, wow.
Right. That's a bold statement.
It is. But when you see some of these stunts, you kind of get it.
Yeah, I mean, Tony Jaa doing all his own stunts was almost as impressive as the stunts themselves.
Definitely. And, this was 2003. CGI was becoming, the norm in action films.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
And then here comes Ong-Bak, this, throwback to a more raw...
A more real.
Exactly. More visceral style of stunt work.
Yeah. A lot of the reviews picked up on that.
That realness factor.
Totally. People were craving that
It's
authenticity.
that sense of danger that, these stunts could actually go wrong.
You really feel that when you're watching. Which makes you wonder, was that part of what made the film so successful?
Were audiences kind of tired of all the CGI?
Were they looking for something more grounded, more real?
Yeah, a return to the roots of action cinema.
Maybe. But it wasn't just about the realness of the stunts. People were also comparing Jaa to, the greats.
Oh, yeah, Bruce Lee.
Jackie Chan.
Jet Li.
The legends.
And, that's where things get interesting.
Yeah, because on one hand, you have this incredible talent.
But on the other hand, the plot of the film is pretty simple.
Yeah, a lot of reviewers called it predictable.
Even basic.
But there's this one review that I found really fascinating. It compares watching Ong-Bak to finding a small, kind of dirty restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Where?
In San Francisco's Tenderloin.
Oh, okay. I know the area.
And this restaurant has, really authentic Vietnamese or Pakistani food.
Interesting comparison.
Right. What are they trying to say?
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Well, I think they're saying that Ong-Bak isn't trying to be some fancy Michelin star experience.
Yeah,
it's
right.
more like comfort food.
Ah, okay. It's familiar.
Yeah. And satisfying.
It delivers what you expect.
Exactly. Even if it's not
Yeah.
breaking new ground.
Yeah, I can see that.
And that kind of connects to this bigger question that kept popping up in the reviews.
Can a movie be great,
If it has amazing action.
but a weak plot?
Right. Because some viewers were totally fine with that.
They just wanted to see Tony Jaa do his thing.
Yeah. While others wanted a more engaging story.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And this is where those comparisons to other martial arts stars become even more interesting.
Because those guys, they brought something else to the table.
Totally. Charisma, humor.
Emotional depth, even.
Yeah. Jackie Chan with his comedic timing. Jet Li, conveying both power and vulnerability.
Exactly. Those elements.
Yeah.
Along with the action.
Yeah. It's what made their films more than just spectacle.
More than just, cool stunts.
Right. So the question is, did Ong-Bak capture that same magic?
Did Tony Jaa bring those extra layers to his performance?
Or was he mainly focused on showcasing his physical skills?
It's a great question, and one that we'll definitely need to explore. As we dive deeper into these reviews...
Yeah, because when it comes to Ong-Bak, those comparisons to other martial arts legends are only just the beginning.
Oh yeah, we're just getting started. It's funny how we always try to compare new talent to people who've already made it.
Yeah, we need that point of reference.
Right, is this person the next so-and-so?
Yeah, but does that do a disservice to someone like Tony Jaa? I mean, he's obviously incredibly talented.
Yeah, he's bringing something new to the table.
Yeah, exactly. And his style is so unique.
It's raw, brutal even.
Totally. And a lot of the reviewers seem to recognize that.
Oh yeah, there's a real sense of excitement in a lot of these reviews.
Like they're witnessing the birth of a new kind of action hero.
Right. And some even compared the film to those, like, gritty 80s Hong Kong action movies.
Oh, yeah, I see that. That raw energy.
Yeah, the practical effects.
That sense that anything could happen.
Exactly, like you're on the edge of your seat the whole time.
And one reviewer even mentioned this specific scene.
Which one?
Where Jaa leaps over a guy's head and then does this crazy spinning kick.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
And they said they rewinded it like 10 times.
Just to try and figure out how he did it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's not just about the technical skill.
Oh, yeah, it's about the way it makes you feel.
Yeah, like you're seeing something that defies logic.
Like it's almost superhuman.
And it brings us back to that question of...
Can spectacle alone carry a film?
Right. Are amazing action sequences enough?
Or does there need to be a compelling story, too?
Tough question.
Yeah, and there's no easy answer.
I mean, it's subjective.
Some people just want to be entertained.
You want to see cool stuff.
Exactly, while others want more substance.
They want a story that grabs them.
And that's what's so cool about these reviews.
We get to see that whole spectrum of opinions.
Right. Some people called Ong-Bak a masterpiece, while others thought it was lacking.
Yeah, but everyone agreed that the action was incredible.
Oh, absolutely. You can't deny that.
It's like we're getting this multifaceted view of the film.
Not just from critics,
but from everyday people.
who actually watched it.
And were either blown away...
or maybe a little disappointed.
But either way, they had strong opinions about it.
Yeah, they weren't afraid to share their thoughts.
And that's what makes this deep dive so fascinating.
We're not just talking about Ong-Bak as a film.
We're looking at it as a cultural phenomenon.
Right. Like, how did it impact the world of action cinema?
And how is Tony Jaa perceived?
Especially compared to those other martial arts legends.
Speaking of which, remember how some reviewers felt that Jaa was missing that certain star power?
Oh, yeah. Like, he had the skills.
But maybe not the charisma.
Right. Like Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan.
Those guys had this presence.
This magnetism.
That went beyond just their physical ability.
Exactly. And some viewers felt that Jaa hadn't quite reached that level yet.
Which is interesting because even if Ong-Bak didn't make him a global superstar, it definitely launched his career.
Oh, yeah. It put him on the map.
Showcased his talent to the world.
And established him as a force to be reckoned with.
Right. So even if he didn't achieve that same level of fame, and Jackie Chan...
he still carved out his own space.
In the world of action cinema.
Exactly. He brought something new and different.
That raw, visceral style.
That really resonated with audiences.
And in a way, isn't that just as impactful?
As being a mainstream celebrity.
I mean, to redefine a genre, to inspire a new generation of martial artists.
Absolutely. That's something to be proud of.
It's not always about reaching the same heights as those came before you.
Sometimes it's about creating your own path.
And wouldn't you say that Ong-Bak did just that?
It introduced a new kind of action hero.
A new style of action filmmaking.
And reminded people of the power of the human body.
When it's pushed to its absolute limits.
Yeah, I think you've summed it up perfectly.
It wasn't just a movie. It was a statement.
A testament to the dedication and artistry of martial arts.
And that brings us back to that reviewer who recommended watching the making of.
Yeah, they really wanted people to understand the work that went into those stunts.
The blood, sweat, and tears.
Because behind every seemingly impossible feat, there's a story of dedication and perseverance.
And that's a message that goes beyond action movies.
It speaks to all of us.
It reminds us that limitations are often self-imposed.
And that with enough hard work, we can achieve anything we set our minds to.
And that's what makes those stunts so impressive, right?
It's not just about the physical ability.
It's the artistry behind it.
The years of training.
Yeah, all the work that goes into it.
Which we often forget about.
Totally. We just see the end result.
The amazing stunt.
The box office hit.
And we don't think about the journey.
It's like that one reviewer who said, watch the making of Ong-Bak.
Yeah. To see what went into those stunts.
All the blood, sweat, and tears.
Because there's a story behind every stunt.
A dedication.
Perseverance.
Pushing yourself beyond your limits.
And that's a message that resonates with everyone.
It's not just about action movies.
It's about life.
Right. We all have limitations.
But they're often self-imposed.
And if we're willing to put in the work,
we can achieve amazing things.
Maybe even leap over tables and do spinning kicks.
No, maybe not all of us.
But the point is, Ong-Bak sparked a conversation.
About what's possible.
And that brings us back to those comparisons. To Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Jet Li.
Yeah, we talked about how those comparisons are inevitable.
But also kind of limiting.
Because maybe Ong-Bak wasn't about fitting into that mold.
Maybe it was about breaking it.
Now, that's an interesting thought.
Yeah, instead of trying to be the next Bruce Lee.
Maybe Tony Jaa was trying to create something new.
His own style.
His own legacy.
And wouldn't you say he accomplished that?
I mean, Ong-Bak introduced a new style of action.
One that prioritized real stunts over CGI.
It showcased Muay Thai in a way we'd never seen before.
And it left a mark on action cinema.
Whether or not he became as famous as Jackie Chan,
It doesn't really matter.
because he achieved something special.
He carved out his own path.
And that's what's important.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Ong-Bak, I'm left with this feeling of possibility.
Possibility.
It's like the movie showed us that anything is possible.
If we're willing to work for it.
To push ourselves.
To never give up.
Ong-Bak wasn't just a film. It was a cultural moment.
A testament to the human spirit.
So what does Ong-Bak mean to you?
Is it a mindless action flick?
A groundbreaking martial arts masterpiece.
Or something else entirely?
The beauty of art is that it means something different to everyone.
So keep exploring.
Keep questioning.
And keep diving deep.
Until next time.